In this video, I want to talk about all the problems that I've had with my 2018 F-150 at about 20,000 miles at the time of filming this video. And this is not to bash the Ford F-150 by any means. I do highly recommend this truck. I think it's a great truck, probably the best on the market right now. But I want to point out some of the issues. If you are ordering one of these trucks or looking at one of these trucks, maybe there's some features that you wouldn't add, or maybe you would go ahead and add them anyway and just deal with it potentially down the road. Starting off, the sunroof on the truck is not working, and this truck, like I said, only has 20,000 miles on it, and the sunroof is 100% broken. I did a video earlier when it was just acting up, but now it's totally inoperative. At first it was making a little bit of noise and didn't want to open up, so I kind of played with it a little bit and thought I had it somewhat in working order. Well, I went to open up the sunroof and it got stuck open and wouldn't close, so I ended up having to force it shut, and it took a lot of strength, and I was just pushing and pushing as hard as I could to get it to close because it was about to rain. And I finally got it closed, and I just left it alone for now. It's sealed up, it's not leaking or anything, so I just left it alone until I can get to the dealership, and I'm sure Ford's going to take care of it and fix it for me, no problem. But it's just a hassle to put your vehicle under the knife and park your truck at the dealership, and you're not going to have a truck for a while. They're not going to be able to loan you a truck, and it just kind of sucks to have this as an issue. So as of right now, it's been like a week or two, and I'll just let it be closed, let it be. It's a cool option and all, but if you are the kind of person that's just concerned about reliability, maybe not get the truck with the sunroof, or order the truck with the sunroof. Just get a plain roof, no sunroof. Moving forward, second issue that I have with the truck, it's nothing really wrong with it, but the sync system does have latency. And I think in 2019, to have a latency on a brand new Bluetooth system, it's kind of ridiculous. Why would there be a time difference between the words and what's happening on your phone? Say, for example, you get to work early, you want to watch a YouTube video or whatever on your phone. Excuse me. You want to watch a YouTube video on your phone through your, sync system. The the connection between the words and the audio. There's time. There's a good 1 second delay, and it's like, what if you arrived somewhere an hour early and was like, hey, I'll just watch a Netflix movie or something? That's kind of annoying. You can't really do that. You got to use the headphones, and keep in mind, there is no headphone jack in this truck. If you're gonna take the headphone jack away from the truck for whatever reason, I don't know why you do that, but I mean, it's the cheapest little part that you can add to a vehicle. If you're gonna remove that, make sure your Bluetooth doesn't have latency, and they did not. The Bluetooth has latency. At the end of the day, it's not a deal breaker. I'm pretty sure the other manufacturers have the same issue, but come on, Ford, let's step it up. Let's get the latency fixed for 2020, maybe. Moving forward, the power inverter. They boast this 400 watt max rating, but keep in mind that's a max rating. I don't think it really can handle that continuously, and it does struggle a little bit from time to time with my laptop, and it's not a high enough quality power inverter to charge up my batteries. So it would charge the rigid batteries, but it will not charge the Milwaukee batteries, and they demand a lot of power. They're high output, they're high amperage. I don't even think those batteries existed at the time when they built this truck, but still, it'd be cool if there was an option for a little bit more power outage, a little bit more wattage, whatever, out of this thing. And it probably has something to do with where it's located. It's back behind the seat there. It's underneath the rear seat. Underneath the rear seat, the power inverter. You can hear the fan blowing on it and everything, and just a big laptop kind of is pushing it. It gets it done, but it's pushing it. I would like to see maybe a little bit more power out of this thing. It's great for phones and things like that, but don't try and put a hair dryer or nothing on it, because it's just not gonna work. One time I tried a heating pad because my shoulder was hurting, and it didn't do it. It didn't have enough power. So that's a little gripe. Could use a little more power out of inverter. I'm actually thinking about putting an inverter maybe somewhere in here. This is a really cool place. It doesn't get too hot down here. If there was a way to put a decent inverter there that could handle some wattage. We've been charging our batteries with our cigarette lighter charger, and it works. It just takes a long time. It's not the fast charger, but you know, power inverter. Another issue I've had is the automatic transmission, the new 10 speeds. This is pretty new for 2018. It was the second year. I think it came out in 2017. Maybe 3 times since I've owned the truck, it's missed a gear. It seemed like it slipped or missed a gear or something. You went to go and it kind of revved for a second and didn't move. Then you kind of like let off and you go and it works normal. I don't know if it's slipping. I don't know if it's not shifting or what the problem is. But it's done it about 3 times. It hasn't been regular enough for me to take it in or anything like that. And it hasn't broken down or anything. It's just very weird. And you just kind of forget that it ever did it, because it functions normally and it does shift great. The 10 speed is great, especially when you put it in sport mode. It shifts sequentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It has tons of power. It shifts hard when you're in sport. It shifts good. It shifts good and smooth when you're in drive. Phenomenal transmission aside from those couple of times. So I'm not sure if there's a thing going on or if it's a problem, but just it hasn't been enough for me to really be concerned about it. But it has happened. Another one little small gripe that I have, the camera system. I have to turn on the vehicle in order to get the camera to work. But the camera system could be let's see here. The camera system is really cool. I wish they would come out with some higher definition cameras like the other manufacturers. But the 3-mile-an-hour limit is a little bit short. They should give us a little bit more speed than 3 miles per hour. Maybe 15 miles an hour, something like that. I don't understand the safety reasoning behind just 3 miles an hour. That's a little too safe. But small gripe, not a big deal. Love the 360-degree camera and everything. But that is pretty much it. All in all, love the truck. Highly recommend the truck. I think Ford has the best truck on the market, even with the new Dodge Ram redesign and everything. The Dodge Rams are starting to sell good, and Chevys are doing good, but they ain't doing as good as the Ford, and I think there's a reason for that. Ford, although I've made some complaints in the video, it's hands down the best truck you can get right now. Just pointing out a few issues. If you're looking for one of these trucks, definitely don't, I'm not saying don't order the sunroof, but if you're gonna get the sunroof, be prepared for a few issues. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.